Okay, let's just jump right in. If you've ever tried to learn Japanese, you have almost certainly stared at a verb chart and felt your brain just melt. It's kind of famous for being one of the biggest, most frustrating hurdles in the language. But what if I told you it's all so much simpler than it looks?
You know that feeling, right? You see these endless tables for past tense, negative, polite, potential, and it just feels like this giant random list of words you have to somehow cram into your head. It's honestly frustrating, and it's the exact point where so many people think, I'm never going to get this.
Well, guess what? There is. And the secret isn't about memorizing more. It's about seeing this simple, kind of beautiful system that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time. We are going to crack that code together, and I promise it's going to change how you see Japanese verbs forever. So here's the big mental shift we need to make. We are throwing out the whole idea of memorizing entire words. Seriously, just toss it. Instead, we're going to learn how to build them. Think of it less like a dictionary and a lot more like a set of Legos.
Here's the core of it all. Every single Japanese verb is made of two simple parts. You've got a stem, which holds the verb's main meaning, like eat or drink, and then you have a helper that you just snap on to the end. These helpers are what do all the work, making it negative, making it polite, saying you want to do something. Once you get this, the whole system just cracks wide open.
So, to find that stem, you only need to know which of two groups a verb belongs to. For ichidan verbs, it is ridiculously easy. You just drop the final ru. Done. For godan verbs, the final vowel sound, like the u in kaku, is what changes. That little change is what creates the different stems we're about to use. Seriously, getting a handle on this one difference is the key that unlocks the entire system. All right, now let's see how we actually build something. Forget trying to memorize dozens and dozens of conjugations. You only need 4 essential tools, 4 core stems. This is your entire verb building toolkit right here.
And here they are. Now, don't worry about the Japanese terms on the slide. You can ignore those for now. Just focus on these 4 simple stems: the I stem, the A stem, the E stem, and the O stem. Each one has a specific job. The I stem connects things. The A stem is for negatives. The E stem handles if or can situations. And the O stem is for making suggestions like, let's go. That is literally it. These 4 are the foundation for, well, everything.
So let's visualize what these tools actually do. Think of the I stem as your social tool. It's what you use to connect to politeness with masu or desire with tai. The A stem is for when things don't happen or when they're made to happen. The E stem is all about possibilities and commands, can do or do it. And the O stem, that's your teamwork stem. It's for making suggestions. See? Each one has a clear purpose.
Okay, now for the really fun part. We are going to put our new toolkit to work. We're going to stop thinking about boring old conjugation tables and start thinking about building with Legos.
This quote right here gets to the absolute heart of it. Instead of seeing a long, complicated verb as one big, scary monster, you learn to just see the pieces. You see the stem, and you see the sequence of helpers just snapped right onto it, one after another. Let's watch this system just work its magic. We're going to build was not made to drink. Sounds complicated, right? It's not. We start with nomu, to drink. First, to make someone drink, we need the causative. So, we grab the A stem, which is noma, and snap on the helper seru. Boom, nomaseru. Now, here's the secret sauce. Nomaseru is a new ichidan verb. So to make it passive, we just drop the ru and add the helper rareru. You see where this is going? We just keep adding Legos. Snap on nai for negative, then change nai to its past tense. Each step is a logical piece you snap on. This isn't memorization, it's construction.
Okay, so the system is awesome, but like with any powerful tool, there are a couple of little tricky spots you gotta watch out for. Let's cover the main ones so you can use the system like a pro.
All right, here is the big one. For ichidan verbs, that helper ending rareru is used for 2 different things. The passive voice, was eaten, and the potential form, can eat. They look exactly the same, so how in the world do you tell the difference? It's all about context. The sentence, the situation, it will always make the meaning clear. Is the cake doing the eating, or can someone eat the cake?
Context is everything.
And hey, here are a few little pro tips to keep in your back pocket. That A stem we talked about? Well, for verbs that end in a U sound, like kau, to buy, it becomes wa, not ah, so you get kawanai. Also, be super careful with that E stem command form. It is extremely forceful, like drill sergeant in your face forceful. And finally, just know that while nai is your go-to negative, it has a couple of cousins, like zu, which means without doing something.
So let's bring all this home. We've cracked the code, we've got our toolkit, but what does this all really get you? Well, it's about more than just getting the grammar right. It's about starting to actually think in a more Japanese way.
So here's your toolkit one last time, boiled down. The I stem connects. The A stem negates or compels. The E stem explores what's possible. And the O stem invites people to join in. 4 stems, 4 core jobs. This is the entire engine of Japanese verbs. But here's what's really, really cool. This system reveals something deeper about the language. English is obsessed with who is doing the action, but Japanese, as you can see with how the passive and potential forms work, is often way more focused on the result or the state of something. The cake was eaten. The focus is on the cake's new reality, not necessarily who ate it. Getting your head around this shift will make your Japanese sound so much more natural.
So the real takeaway today is this. You're not just a student memorizing lists anymore. You're an architect. You have the system. You have the building blocks. You have the tools. The question is no longer, what do I have to memorize next? The question is, what do I want to build?